Welcome back, students. The third of the three videos, sine, cosine, and tangent. This is the tangent video. We're going to solve this right triangle WXY. We're missing side X, and so the first thing I think we need to do is remind ourselves of what the trig functions are. Let's see. I'm recording this audio after I've recorded the video because my mic didn't work. But anyway, I'm showing you there that we need to find the side segment XY. And we're going to go to the 1/10 of a foot. So we're going to have to round our final answer. Okay? We're going to have to round our final answer. Let's remind ourselves of the trig function. SOHCAHTOA. Some old hippie came a hopping through our apartment. And that's just showing us sine, cosine, and tangent. Now we got to decide which trig function we're going to use. Let's label our triangle. The opposite side from the right angle is the hypotenuse. And let's circle our reference angle. So sometimes the reference angle is on one acute angle, sometimes it's the other. Now it's on top. This is our reference angle. So this down here on the bottom is going to be our opposite side, OPP. OPP. And then our side that touches our reference angle is adjacent, or ADJ. Now we're looking to see which of the trig functions can we not use. There's no value, there's no variable by hypotenuse. So I'm not going to be able to use anything with hypotenuse in it. See, here we have hypotenuse, no variable, no value. So I go over and look at my trig functions, and you don't need to write all the trig functions on your sheet, just keep them off to the side. But anything that has hypotenuse in it, for example here, sine, that's going to be out. Cosine has hypotenuse, I can't use it. But look at tangent. Opposite and adjacent is what I have, and tangent, oop, there's my flashlight. Tangent uses opposite and adjacent, okay? So opposite and adjacent are in there, So I'm gonna use tangent. Let's move these out of the way for a second and write tangent on our paper. So I'm going to write tangent, and tangent is opposite over adjacent. What is my opposite and adjacent? My opposite is 21, my adjacent is x. X is on the bottom, so I'm going to have to divide at some point. If x were on the top, I would be multiplying. So you'll see in some videos you're having to divide, some videos you're having to multiply. You just use the algebra to solve. So I'm going to write my standard equation, tangent of 74 equals 21 over x. Now what do? I'm trying to solve for x and get x by itself. Well, there's a fraction over here. I want to get rid of the fraction so I can have just x. So I'm going to multiply the fraction by x, by the denominator. What I do to one side I must do to the other. Multiply x by tangent of 74. 21 divided by x times x is just 21. So on the left I have x times tangent of 74. Now, tangent of 74 is just a number. So let's look at a simple problem. What if I had something like 2x equals 4? I'd divide the left by 2, divide the right by 2, and I'd be left with just x. Well, I'm going to do the same thing here. I don't want tangent of 74 with x, so I'm going to divide it away. Tangent of 74 on one side, divide tangent of 74 on the other. On my left, they're going to cancel, because if I multiply tan of 74 by x and then divide it by tan, it goes away. I'm left with 21 divided by or over tangent of 74 on the right. So I'm going to write this in the way in which I'd put it in my calculator. X equals 21 divided by the tangent of 74. Now what do? I'm going to show you what you do with the iPhone calculator, because this is the sticky part of the problem that most people are bogging down on. They don't know how to use the iPhone calculator, and most of you have iPhone calculators. So let me get my iPhone calculator out, turn it horizontal for scientific, and I'm going to first convert tan of 74 to some number. The tangent of 74 is just some 4-digit decimal. Sometimes it's a whole number, sometimes it's not. Tangent's the only thing that can be greater than 1. So I'm going to actually put in 74 and then press the tan key. So I'm going to press 74. Tangent of 74, 74, and then press tangent. Boom. And I have 3.4874. So I can now rewrite this as x equals 21 divided by 3.4874. And now it's just a matter of, since the tangent of 74 is 3.4874, it's just a matter of putting in my calculator to see what 21 divided by that is. So 21 divided by 3.4874 equals 6.02. That's my answer. That's my answer. But now up here it said we're going to round to the nearest tenth of a foot. So I'm only going to look, the tenth is where the 0 is. I'm looking at the one digit to the right. If that digit is 5 or greater, I round up. It is not. It's a 2, so I leave it at 6.0. So the length of our missing side is 6.0. Let me move all this writing and just remind you what the diagram looked like before we got started. See? So we got an answer of 6 or 6.0. We have solved for the missing side. Now back to this one here. And I'm going to show you how to solve this, or how to do this calculation on the Delta Math calculator. I'm going to scroll up to the calculator icon. Remember, I want 21 divided by the tangent of 74. There's my calculator icon. I click it. Up comes my calculator. And I'm literally just going to type in 21 divided by, then I'm going to press my functions key. It's showing me what I'm typing in over here. Press functions, and I select tangent. There's tangent. Then I go back to my numbers, 7, 4. And you'll see over here on the left it says 21 over 1074. On the right it says 6.02. And I know my answer is 6, so I'm going to click answer, type in 6, submit. Are you sure you want to submit? Well, yeah, I do. Ting! And there's my green check mark. I hope this video helps. Let me know in the remind what you need, and I'll put it in there.